Introduction to graphing quadratic functions. Remember that the graph of a quadratic function is always a parabola. Also remember that parabola have key features. They have vertex. They have maximum and minimum points. They have axis of symmetry. They have x-intercepts. And they have y-intercept. Now this is very important because we are going to use these key features to graph quadratic functions. So we can use these features to graph a parabola. And we're going to see how. Let's say that we have a quadratic function on its standard form. That is, f of x is equal to a x squared plus bc plus c. That's the standard form of a quadratic function. Let's say we have the quadratic function in the standard form. F of x equal x squared minus 4x plus 3. That's our function. Let's see what we can explore around this. Well, from the graph, we can clearly see the vertex. We see the vertex at 2, -1. Those are the coordinates of the vertex. We can also see the x-intercepts at 1, 0 and 3, 0. That is information that we can see by just looking at the graph and looking at those key features. We can also see the y-intercepts right at 0, 3. Again, we can see the y-intercept from just taking a close look at the graph of this parabola. Now the axis of symmetry is going to divide the parabola into two equal halves that are the image of one another, that correspond, one side corresponds to the other, almost like a mirror image. Remember that. But it turns out that the axis of symmetry can be calculated. It can be calculated by using the formula x is equal to minus b divided by 2a. Here is how we can calculate the equation of the axis of symmetry. First, we look at the function in the standard form. F of x equal to a x squared plus bx plus c. Now, a, b, and c are the coefficients of the function. They represent the coefficients. In our function, f of x equal x squared minus 4x plus 3, the coefficient a is 1. Because if you don't see the coefficient, it's because it's 1, given that 1 is the identity element and everything you multiply by 1 remains the same, so 1 is the coefficient. Then you have b. b is going to be the coefficient 4, -4. And c, the constant, is going to be 3. So there you have it. A is equal 1, b is equal -4, and c is equal 3. Second, we substitute the values of a and b in the formula. So the formula x is equal to -b divided by 2a. We know the value of b and a from the coefficients of the quadratic function. So now what we replace, when we substitute those values in the equation, we get that x is equal to -4 divided by 2 times 1. From here we get that x is equal to 4 divided by 2, which means that x is equal to. Now that is the equation of our axis of symmetry. X is equal to and it is a vertical line that goes through the vertex at x equal to. Now think about this. If we can recognize the key features from the graph of the parabola, then we can graph the parabola from the key features. In other words, we can graph an approximation of the graph of the parabola from the information we infer from the key features of the parabola. Let's see how. Use the information provided here to graph the function f of x equal minus x squared minus 4x plus 0. Let's graph that. And you have the vertex at coordinate negative 2, 4. You know the vertex, the location of the vertex. The vertex is a maximum point. Point negative 2, 4 is a maximum. That gives us a lot of information because if the vertex is a maximum, then we know that the parabola must open downwards. You have the axis of symmetry at x equal 2. You have the x and y intercepts. Use this information to graph on your own the parabola. We invite you to pause this video and try to graph with the parabola, and then come back and compare your result to what we have next. So pause. So what did you get? Did you get something like this? That's exactly right. When we used all the information, the key features, to graph the parabola of this function, this is what we had. And this is how we can use the key features of a parabola to graph the parabola.